Would you be shocked if I told you that the Hoverbike is not the best vehicle in Tears of the Kingdom? You do see a lot of videos saying this is the best vehicle we can make in Tears of the Kingdom, etc. But is it really? There's no denying that the Hoverbike is a cool vehicle, and it certainly has benefits. It only needs 2 fans and a steering stick to make, and even if you don't have those parts, it only costs 9 Zonites to make the whole vehicle. And of course it flies. It goes anywhere. And you know, it looks cool. It's a hoverbike. Well, technically it's a flying bike if you want to get pedantic, which I do. But anyway, but the problem with the hoverbike is it goes really high really quickly. You get a lot of ascent on it, which sometimes you want, but sometimes you want to descend. Sometimes when you want to land, you're kind of jumping from a high distance. There is kind of a trick you can do where you press B to come off the bike and then quickly press A to take control again, and you can kind of get nearer to the ground that way without too harsh a landing. Sometimes you can do like a really nice landing, but it's not ideal, and you don't really have the ability to control your ascent. You can control your direction pretty well, and it's pretty fast. It's a cool vehicle, no one's questioning that, but there is a better one. I put it to you that the hovercraft, as people are calling it, is the superior vehicle, and the hovercraft uses the same components as the hoverbike, so it's no more costly to make, whether in terms of Zonite devices or Zonite. Basically what you do is line up the fans on the side, but at a 45-degree angle. It's kind of tricky to get them lined up perfectly. Here's a trick I learned recently. Use a stake, because stakes can be put in the ground, they're solid. That way you can see what you're doing, everything's stable and level. It's very handy. It really takes some fine tuning, but when you get it just right, this really works. Trust me. Of course you can't drive away while the spike is still on, but you can kind of use this as a way to kind of look around the machine, make sure everything's lined up well, and then it's just a matter of removing the stake, and voila, that's your hovercraft. And away we go, and look at that vertical ascent. That is what is amazing about this. You've got complete control over ascent. You can lean back and just travel vertically upwards. But if you lean a little bit forwards, you can not only travel forwards quite fast, but you can actually descend as well. That's so handy for when you're getting a bit too much height. You have complete control. And that alone is what I think makes it superior to the hoverbike. So I'm running out of battery now, so I'm going to want to land. So I'm just going down, 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 and look at that landing. Perfect. Just such an unharsh landing compared to the hoverbike. I'm going to aim for those cliffs over there in front of the ring ruins, and then I'm going to demonstrate one reason why that vertical ascent is so handy. But I want that fire fruit, and that is another reason why the descent is so handy, because you can just quite easily just land. Like, I want that, I'm going to go land and get it without having to like jump off your hoverbike. It's so much easier. Admittedly, if you're on a slight incline, it is a little bit more difficult to get on the vehicle, but you just got to turn it a little bit so you're not on an incline, and you're fine. So usually with the hoverbike, if I'm heading for a wall like this and I realise and think, oh no, I'm going to crash, then I kind of either just crash or kind of panic and jump off and lose track of the hoverbike because it tends to bounce away somewhere. But with this hovercraft, with that perfect vertical ascent, you can just start going upwards and avoid a crash and get to the top. And if your goal is to get to the top of a mountain or something anyway, that vertical ascent is just incredibly handy. Cannot praise this vehicle build enough. I'm not sure if it's faster than the hovercraft or not quite as fast. It feels faster to me, but I'm not totally sure. That level of control just justifies it for me either way. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments. If you've got a better vehicle, please let me know. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe for more and give it a like. You stay classy, fellow Hylians.